Hey folks, John here. So the bulk arrived from Romania earlier this week, and well, it's been here in Canada for I don't know 3 weeks, but it was kind of quarantined at Canadian Border Services for whatever reason. I guess the carrier didn't fill out the right paperwork. Anyway, I got the bike on Tuesday, so I've been working on it all week to get it roadworthy and get it fitted for me. So I'm going to take it for a test drive today, and supposedly it's supposed to be a lot faster than the walk. So we're going to find out, and I'm going to video it and put it up. All right. So it is fast, I can tell you that, but probably a good 5 clicks faster on the flat ground than the Y is, and I'm not even used to the steering. Right, it's got tilter steering instead of tank steering. Basically, all my other incumbents have some form of tank steering. So I've got two cat trikes, which basically it's tank steering, but they're side to side. The Wah has true tank steering. So this is the first one I've ever used with tiller steering. It's a bit twitchy though, and you're not used to it. So I mean, she was all over the road there for a little while. Like other people who have gotten these ambassador bulks, there's a front idler that's supposed to allow you to move the bottom bracket without having to change the chain length. And like other people who have had that, it dropped chain at on the small ring, so busily climbing in the large ring. But overall, it's very stiff, so you can climb in a much higher gear than you can in the wah. And so I think that the fact that it doesn't have, like the wah has a pinion gear, pinion drive, which has a very wide gear spread, so it's about 17 to 300 gear inches. This thing's more like 26 or 27 to around 170 gear inches, something like that. And which is plenty. Like 170 gear inches in the top end, that's about as fast as you can pedal on flat ground. You're going to be about 62, 63 kilometers an hour if you were doing 80 RPM. So, but it has problems right now because with the setup. So the front idler is a problem. It did drop chain, but also I pushed it forward to balance myself a little better, and now I've got heel strike on the floor, and also on one of the cargo bays on the left side, just forward of the front wheel. It's got two little cargo bays that'll hold probably 4 or 5 liters each, so you could put like a bag of groceries in there if you want. And so that's problematic. So I'm going to have to, I think, fiddle around with where I put the bottom bracket so I don't get the heel strikes and adjust the seat accordingly. So the bike is small, right? I mean, I'm 186 centimeters tall and I weigh in at around 96 kilos. And I just fit in that bike. Like there's not a whole lot of play in there. So I don't have a lot of latitude to move things around to try and remove the heel strike. So I may have to get a new set of bike shoes where I can put put the cleats a little closer to my mid arch, so I don't get that heel strike. But overall, I'm pretty pleased. It handles beautifully. It's a comfortable bike to ride. It feels solid as a rock. It's not affected by the wind. The wah is, and I say it on the flat ground. It's probably 4 or 5 kilometers an hour faster on flat ground for the same level of effort. The other thing about it is it's so stiff. It's much easier to put the power down. So in the wah, putting down 170 watts is, it's a lot of work. But I was pumping out 180, 190 watts in this thing without any effort whatsoever because it is so stiff. It climbs beautifully because of it. In the Katanga, I can climb at around 6 kilometers an hour for a 7% grade. This thing, 10 or 11, was actually fairly easy. And I'm no spring chicken. So, I mean, being able to climb a 7% grade at 11 kilometers an hour on a bike that size, it's okay. I'm all right with that. But no, overall, first impressions, I've got work to do on it. I think it's going to be fairly straightforward to get it there, but I got a little bit of tweaking to do. But I think once I get it there, it's going to be a beautiful bike.